Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max&JuanCast. We back at it, bro. I wish I can say we back at it, but technically, I'm back at it. Obviously, you guys can see I'm solo dolo today. Sunday afternoon, back from the 2-week hiatus. My boy Max, if you guys didn't see the last episode, my boy Max, he is going through some family stuff right now. It's almost over. You know, I gave him 2 weeks just to, let's just relax. Let's recharge the batteries. Let's, just plug ourselves back in and come up with some new ideas and, let him handle the family business and we'll go from there. But we back, man. We are back. It feels so good to be back. A lot of stuff has happened since then. All-Star, Matthew Stafford Hall of Fame talk, a little Tom Brady stuff, the Aaron Rodgers stuff. So many things have happened. I'm so excited today just to bring a little brief preview of the podcast coming up this week. I don't know. I want to talk sports, bro. All right, that's what it is. Thank you to everybody who is watching this right now. All the 300 plus subscribers we have now on YouTube. Major thank you to everybody out there. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. None of this is possible without you guys. And I'm just so grateful. We are so grateful of being able to talk sports and, BS on here for an hour or 30 minutes, whatever it is. All right. But if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys are already subscribed, go ahead, unsubscribe, resubscribe. All right. Help out the algorithm. All right. Fuck it. Just go ahead and do that for me. Like this video if you guys are sports fans, or if you guys are Raider fans out there, Laker fans, just hit that like button. It helps out, bro. It really does. Helps out with everything we do here. Audio listeners, can't forget about you guys. I never forget about y'all because I know our audio listeners are so fucking amazing. But if you guys are new on there too, hit the subscribe button. We on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcast fix, we are on there. I promise. All right, where should we start first? Let's start at the All-Star, okay? The All-Star game happened while we were gone, and it was amazing. I thought it was great. Everything besides the slam dunk competition, it was great. I thought seeing all the all-time greats up there in Cleveland with Kareem, Magic, Jordan coming to the party, turned up as fuck. He looked drunk from his NASCAR race that he was doing. I mean, Jordan's a legend, bro. But Cleveland put on for LeBron. They really gave him some noise and were praising him. Crowd took a big roar when Kobe's name came up. But I enjoyed it, dude. I enjoyed it, especially like the TNT broadcast, how they had the traditional and then the one on TBS with Shaq and Chuck. I thought they were amazing. Like, shout out to Draymond Green. Draymond Green's going to be a really good analyst. But I enjoyed it, dude. The game was good. The new format that they have with playing to a certain score, I love it. I think it's amazing. And it makes the game competitive. And you got to give props to the NBA, dude. Like, they try to do new stuff, and they're not afraid to change. And just little things like the All-Star game being good, it's it's a good sign on where the dunk contest should go, because that was the only thing that sucked. 3-point was good. The skills challenge was good. I like how Giannis and all his brothers wound up doing the skills challenge. A couple of the Cleveland players from the Cavs, they had their own little team Cavs. But the dunk contest sucked, bro. I don't think there's that many dunks to do. It's just hard. Like I'm always the guy that's saying the smaller the dude, the more impressive it's gonna look, because obviously that, we can see how high he's jumping. With a big dude, it's hard to give off that impression that you're like flying, you're up there. But honestly, there's just no dunks to do, bro. Like I thought they had the star power this time. Obi Toppin, Jalen Green. Like Jalen Green was the second overall pick. How is that not enough star power? Or third, whatever, the top 5. Excuse me if I'm butchering that. But Jalen Green, a big enough name. It wasn't just a bunch of Juan Toscado Andersons. All right, shout out to Juan in Golden State. But my guy, like everyone was missing a dunk. It sucked. It was horrible to watch. Shaq's impression, Kareem leaving early. That's what you gotta. I mean, that's how you sum it up. But they need to change it, bro. I don't know if it's getting rid of it and putting another competition in there, like one-on-one play or horse, whatever the fucking case is, dude. I just think they need to change it. And I'm positive that the NBA is going to find a way to fix it. And whether that's changing the, I heard someone say that was, I think it was Russillo that was saying this, or somebody, I forgot who it was, some podcast I was listening to. Let them do a numerous amount of dunks. So like, yeah, like you can do a couple of weak ones, but at the end, go ahead and hit that big one. Cause like it sucks when you miss it. It's like all this anticipation goes away. And all that excitement goes away when a guy misses it for like the 5th time. So it's really underwhelming. But my whole thing with that, the scary thing is like guys are going to get tired. Like they get tired after like 3 attempts, it seems like. And they lose their bounce. So I don't know. We'll see. But great showing for the All-Star. Okay. Going into the break. Now, a couple of games have been played since then. Just a big shout out to DeMar DeRozan, dude. He hit 2 game winners this past week coming off the All-Star break. He is absolutely amazing. If you put any money on DeMar DeRozan for MVP, you are going to be a rich man, because he might possibly win this thing. The Bulls are what? I think they're 2nd in the East right now as we speak. Me and Max have just been loving their team all year. But if I'm being honest, I didn't see this coming. I didn't think they were going to be this good. And I didn't think DeMar DeRozan was going to be the guy. I think if anything, in the whole basketball world, everyone thought that Zach LaVine was going to be the dude. Like Zach LaVine, I gotta give you props, my guy. I'm super hard on Zach LaVine. I'm a big criticizer when it comes to him, just of his style of play. But he has took a legit backseat to DeMar DeRozan, and he knows like DeMar is better than him. He's a better option, and Zach LaVine has been picking his spots within the game fantastically, bro. Like he knows when to take the big shot. He knows when to be passive and give it to DeMar. Like they just work so good, and they're only gonna get better, dude. Like I can't wait until they're fully healthy. Like I don't even think Caruso's playing right now, but them and Lonzo, they have a couple of draft picks that have been huge for them. Bulls are fucking good, dude. Another team, the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have dropped 2 straight. ever since the All-Star break. And they're saying, oh, why? That's not a big deal. Why are you alarming? Like, I think they've only lost like 12 games. Juan, like, chill out. CP3's out. Chris Paul's out right now. With something with his wrist or something. I forgot what it was. But that's very concerning for the Suns. That Chris Paul's out and you drop 2 straight. Now, granted, it was to the Jazz. And I believe, I don't know if it was Memphis. I forgot who it was. I think it was the Pelicans. Pelicans and Jazz. I think those are the 2 teams that beat them. You can't do that, bro. Like, I would like to see the Suns be a complete team to where, kind of like last year in the playoffs, when Chris Paul is out, you guys don't miss a beat. Like, Devin Booker winds up stepping up. And hopefully it's not a trend to where, 2 games, that's it. Like, even the Golden State Warriors back in the day where they had the super team, they'll lose 2 straight and that was it. But very alarming for the Suns. It's kind of lining up for the Lakers, man. And I want to talk a little Lakers. I hate to talk Lakers without Max, but I got to do. I am so fed up with the Lakers lately, bro. And they lost to the Clippers the other night. And the way that they lost was just terrible. They had a lead, I believe, almost like the whole fourth quarter. And you got guys like Coffee from the Clippers making big shots. And the Clippers are just trying to give this game away. Trying to give it to the Lakers. Anyways, it winds up being the Lakers are down by 2. Yeah, 2 points. And all you need is a bucket. No, they're down by 1. All you need is a bucket. LeBron winds up getting the ball. The double comes. They swing it to Carmelo. Melo, I love Melo all year, but my guy takes like a 35-footer from deep, like Curry range, short of the basket. And there was about 19 seconds left on the clock. It's just a terrible shot, bro. Like, this is what the Lakers have come to. Like, this veteran, like, you would think a veteran team will know better. But to me, it just pisses me off, man. Because you have two of the best, and I'm sorry to put Russell Westbrook with best, but it is true. One thing that he could still do good is go downhill, at least. And, LeBron can go downhill. It fucking irks me so much that none of those guys wound up going to the basket. Like, nothing. No penetration. And just having, like, a kick out. You take a Steph Curry range 3 with Carmelo Anthony. It is a mess in LA, folks. It's a mess. And I don't mean the Clippers. I mean the Lakers. It is bad. They're 27-32 right now as I speak. And they're the 9th seed. I don't see them getting out of the play-in tournament. I do think that they're going to make it to the play-in tournament. But I want to play like conspiracy theory Juan, like Laker fan desperate talk right now. Hear me out. The Suns. Chris Paul injury. Playoffs are coming up, man. Playoffs are in about, I want to say, like a month and a half to 2 months. If this Chris Paul injury winds up lingering and the Lakers wind up getting through the play-in tournament, they wind up being the 8th seed, okay, at worst. You play Phoenix. Anthony Davis comes back. Obviously, the Lakers need to be healthy, and obviously the Lakers need to play well. Okay, this is all assuming that, but it kind of lines up for them, man. Like, as much criticism as me and Max have been talking about them all year, do the Suns and the Warriors really want to play the Lakers? Does anyone in general want to play the Lakers? Like, who wants to deal with LeBron in the first round? I don't. Like, as bad as they are, like, you still don't want to play LeBron. It's not just like a for sure win. You have a bunch of veterans on there. they at least have a shot. And let me just break down the scenario. Phoenix winds up struggling without CP3. Let's say CP3's injury is lingering. That's something for the Lakers to take advantage of. Once upon a time last year in the playoffs, Anthony Davis healthy, the Lakers were up 2-1 at one point and about to go up 3-1. But as we know, AD gets hurt, Suns wind up beating the Lakers. Now, let's say the Lakers get the 7th seed. Golden State right now, they've been kind of on a little mini slump themselves. I know Curry has been like MVP season. Clay's been looking good. Draymond Green, though. Draymond Green has been dealing with some back issues. He's been hurt. He might not be good 100% go for the first round of the playoffs. So those are really the two biggest threats in the West. The Grizzlies, you love them. Like 3 seed, Ja Morant. I just think they're too young, though. I think, if anything, the Lakers had the capability of beating a team like the Memphis Grizzlies just off their veteran presence. But everyone else, Utah, can't trust them. I'm not trusting Utah at all. I told Max all year. I don't care if they're the 1st seed. You cannot trust them. Rudy Gobert in a 7-game series in the playoffs is obsolete. He is terrible. Can't trust Dallas. Can't trust Denver. Minnesota, fun team. Blazers, they suck. Okay, they're tanking. They're trying to tank, but they're the 10th seed, doing a poor job of it. The Clippers now. I think the Clippers are the same thing, dude. Like Clippers and Lakers. More on the Clippers side, though. Kawhi and Paul George have a chance to come back. Let's say they come back during the playoffs and they wind up being the 7th or 8th seed. Like, who wants to play the Clippers? Clippers got a really good team. They just need their 2 stars back. So, people counting out the Lakers and the Clippers, I think you need to pump the brakes a little bit. Now, predicting that if they do get through the play-in tournament, don't think that the Suns and the Warriors are just going to sweep them. Like, it's not going to be any challenge. Especially if Chris Paul's out and especially if Draymond Green is out. Clippers and Lakers got a punching shot, bro. All right? They do. I know I sound crazy and you're probably saying, get the fuck out of here, bro. But just keep an eye on that, dude. Keep a big eye on that. Let's take a break and we'll come back right now. So the Max&JuanCast got its first sponsorship, Max. You want to know what it is?
Tell me, please.
It's Anchor. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about Anchor, Max?
Well, I know it's free, and I know they have a bunch of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast, whether it's from your phone, your computer, or whatever you're using. But I know one thing. You know a lot more about editing than I do.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. I'm the one that steers this ship as far as edit-wise. But what I like about it, I like that you can distribute your podcast automatically all in one place to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, like Google Podcasts. You can also make money from making your own podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need in a podcast all in one place.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Link in the description, guys. All right, let's transition to some football. I want to talk Derek Carr. I want to talk Brady. Talk some Raiders too. Derek Carr. A lot of people have been asking me this question. Is Derek Carr worth $40 million per year? I don't think so. It's going to be hard. I think Carr's Raider fandom and love for the Raiders is going to be tested. If I'm the Raiders, I wouldn't pay him all that money. Like, I would call his bluff. And look, I think Carr has deserved it. I think Carr has definitely deserved a contract. And regardless if the Raiders don't sign him, he's gonna get money. Someone is gonna pay Carr $40 million, or at least $30 million plus. There's no doubt in my mind. But for the Raiders' sake, there's a lot of things that go into account. Number one, you got a new regime. Okay, you got the whole new McDaniels and Ziegler from the Patriots, our GM. You're not going to pay a guy that you haven't even worked with. I just don't see the logic in that. Why wouldn't you just have him play? Get a season under your belt. And to me, if I'm Carr and I'm going through negotiations and the Raiders offer me, let's say they offer him 5 years, $38 million. Most likely it'll be 38. But if I'm Carr, I wouldn't accept that. I'm going to get more money. Like, I'm going to get 40 plus. That's the way he should be thinking. But if you guys don't know, and if you're not a Raider fan, you don't know this. Carr loves the Raiders. Carr loves the dysfunctional Raiders, okay? He goes to bat for us. He's been a Raider fan since when he was a kid. I believe, like, his uncle played for the Raiders. He's came out numerous times saying, I'm a Raider for life. But I think they're really going to test him this time. Like, we're going to see how much he really does love the Raiders. And if I'm Vegas, like, if I'm Ziegler, I'm testing that. I'm gonna lowball him. Like, okay, how much do you want to be a Raider? Because I'm not paying you $40 million and I haven't even seen you play with my coach. I'm not doing it. Because it's gonna put you at a cap restraint, bro. Like, you're not gonna wind up. It's like I forgot who said this, but you're not gonna pay a premium for a quarterback when you're not gonna get premium results. Look at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's a $40 million plus quarterback. Does he play like one? Fuck no. He doesn't play like one. Like, he has flaws. When I'm talking about a premium quarterback, there's only about 4 of them. Maybe 3. It's the Josh Allens, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. Okay? Probably you can throw in Russell Wilson. I mean, but even him is falling off the cliff a little bit. But you're not going to wind up paying these other guys this amount of money. Dak Prescott and Derek Carr, they bring something to the table that other quarterbacks don't. They bring the leadership. They bring the stability. You know, they bring a grown-up to the table. But to me, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. And all this BS talking about the salary cap is going up and, you know, 40 is just the market. It's just the market. But I still wouldn't do it, dude. I still would not do it. 35 at the most. I would pay him 35, just under $40 million. And I would say, how much do you love us, man? Like, how much do you want to stay here? Because there is a talk, like, why don't you just take the Brady role? And that's easier said than done. We are not the ones getting offered this money, you know. But he's already signed a big deal. Like, if there's talks where we're going to improve the team, we're going to use the salary, why wouldn't you take a Brady deal? Like, Brady has done it. And granted, like, Brady has done it and he has other stuff on the side and he makes his money elsewhere. But that's just something I'm thinking of, okay? With the whole Derek Carr situation. Does he deserve it? Fuck yeah, bro. He saved the team last year. He was the Raiders. He is the Raiders right now. The Raiders ain't nothing without him. But paying a guy $40 million, that's a big investment. And I'm not quite ready to pay a guy in Derek Carr $40 million. I think you're going to be stuck in a situation like a Dak Prescott, where he is simply just not the guy. Simply not the guy, man. And if anything, you're going to have to build around them and help them out with winning a Super Bowl. And it's hard to do that when your quarterback on your payroll is making $40 million and 30% of your cap. It's going to be hard. So there's that. Brady. Let's talk about Brady, man. Someone, Joey, a couple hours ago asked me if I would want the Raiders to get Brady. And he was saying because of Josh McDaniels, the whole Patriot connection. I don't think he's going to go to the Raiders. I would be freaking shocked. And a knee-jerk reaction, he told me, he was like, would you want that? You would think like, oh yeah, I want Brady. I kind of hesitated, but now thinking about it and putting my thoughts all together, I would do it, and it'll be a huge power move. This is what I would do. I would trade Carr for as much capital as possible. I would trade him to the NFC. And I would put Brady in place, because even though you're putting your organization in an all-in situation, you still get that draft capital that you're going to wind up missing out on. Because once you get Brady, you're going to have to go into an all-in mentality, I believe. Because I don't think the Raiders are elite enough to go all-in 1 year or two. So you're going to have to make a crazy trade for maybe a guy like Calvin Ridley, or, in the Rams situation, a guy like Jalen Ramsey. You're going to have picks, and those picks are going to wind up being valuable in the near future. So you kind of crippled your franchise with going all in with a guy like Brady, because he's old. He's not going to play 5 years. He's going to play 2 years max. But some say it's worth it. You win, potentially win a Super Bowl. So I would do it. I would do it. But I would of course trade Carr and get as much capital. And I think it'll be a huge power play for the Raiders. That's wishful thinking. I don't think Brady is going to the Raiders. Who I do think he's going to, if anything, if he comes out of retirement, is the 49ers. I think the 49ers are a no-brainer if he comes out of retirement. They're ready to win now. They have the coach that can get along with him, and I think it'll be even better, because unlike Bruce Arians that likes to throw the ball all around, Kyle Shanahan loves to run the ball. And I think that's what Brady needs. Brady doesn't need to be throwing the ball 40 times. They can run the hell out of the ball. Maybe they'll have to get a couple of receiver, like maybe an extra weapon. Maybe. But they have the tools to do it. They will be really good, dude. Their defense is elite. Their playmakers are elite with Kittle and Debo. That'll be fun to watch, man. And everyone's saying that, Brady grew up a 49ers fan as a little kid. I think he was at the game where Dwight Clark caught the catch game against the Dallas Cowboys. But I believe his parents live there, so if anything, he will go back to the Niners and play for San Francisco. That would be crazy. I hate the Niners, dude. I would hate that, but as a football junkie and fan, that's crazy to think about. And that would be freaking amazing. But that's all the time I got, man. Little short one. Just a little dose of some sports talk for you guys. Me and Max will be back this week. Little updates on the channel. We kind of want to, we got our thoughts together these last 2 weeks. Me and Max have been talking, and we want to put some more videos out, kind of like the Sabonis video. If you guys haven't watched that, check that out, bro. But the Sabonis video, the Kobe video, our Lonzo Ball video, and we want to start doing it for football too. Like I have this cool Josh Allen video that I want to work on with him. But yeah, expect to see a more grind of that kind of content. We're not going to stop the podcast. We're still going to do the podcast. But I I think we're gonna go full steam ahead with the NBA talk videos, and I mean, I guess the NFL content too. But draft season coming up, we know you know we're gonna go hard for draft season, and we're gonna come back in a big way, bro. So we appreciate everyone who has been patient with us and gave us those 2 weeks. I know everyone's been wondering where you guys been. No podcast, no live. We're back, bro. We're back. Okay, and I'm excited to be back. We're excited to be back. But that's gonna do it. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. We will see you guys this week, bro. Peace.